Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. And I'm finishing up the week here. I have today and tomorrow to talk about hard questions about God. And I don't know if I've covered the ones you have, or maybe ones that you hadn't thought about. I just think that we all struggle with this idea of who God is and what he does and what he doesn't seem to do. So the question I have today for this Thursday, which comes from John chapter 14. The question is, where can I find peace? Now, peace is something that we all look for, and maybe we call it contentment, or maybe we call it clarity. Maybe we call it just a simple understanding that everything's going to be okay. Peace is something that's elusive. And it's elusive because things keep happening and different things happen. You get through one and son of a gun, there's another one. And it's very different from the first one. So what about peace? Well, as I said, I want to talk from John 14. And just a verse here or two. Looking at John 14:27. Jesus says, I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Remember what I told you. I'm going away, but I will come back again. Jesus had a way of relating to people that I don't know anybody else has ever had. He didn't try to bamboozle them or confuse them or stir up their deepest hatred and anger towards something. He just let them know with his calm behavior and understanding that whatever's going on right now, it's going to get better. And so, in this context, he's telling his disciples, foretelling them, if you will, about his death and his leaving in a physical form. And of course, they can't understand that, just like they couldn't understand who he was at the beginning. And of course, they don't want that. You know, when someone's around that you really feel comfortable with, you don't want them to leave for any reason. And here he's saying he's going to leave. He does say, I'll be back, but they don't even want to think about that part. So he says, but before I go, I'm leaving you with a gift. Now, what's a gift? Well, it's something you get, often unexpectedly, that, at least in theory, will be pleasing and will make uplift your spirits, will make you feel better. So he says, I'm giving you a gift, peace of mind and of heart. Well, actually, that pretty much covers everything. He's giving us something, as he says, the peace I give, the world cannot give. Now, the world can give lots of things. It can give adoration. It can give symbolisms of success. It can give things and money. It can give a sense of being important. It can even give you accolades for a time. I'm thinking of athletes who, for a time, are cheered, but then that doesn't last long because the body doesn't last long. But this is something very different. This is a peace of the mind and of the heart, something that transforms who we are and how we relate. He said, I'm going to give this to you, so don't be troubled or afraid. My grandfather was a multimillionaire. He loved money. One time when he was in a good mood, which wasn't very often, at least towards me and others like me, I asked him, I said, Granddaddy, when do you ever have enough money? And his answer was astounding. He said, you know, Yanni, he couldn't pronounce a J. He was an immigrant to this country. He said, you know, Yanni, you never have enough. You always need a little more. Even though he had plenty, he wasn't content. In fact, he died. Well, he died of cancer from his success, I guess, from the ability to drink and smoke a lot. He died of a broken heart because his beloved wife had died 4 years earlier. He never had a sense of peace in his life that I know of because all he had was what the world gave. And if that's all you have, chances are good you're not going to find peace and happiness and contentment either. Jesus offers something else. When we invite him into our lives, he changes our thinking. He changes our heart to a heart of gratitude and thanksgiving, to a notion of, I don't have to be in control and I don't have to win all the time. And regardless of what happens, big, small, whatever, he's still in charge and I don't have to figure it out. And that allows us to live a life very different from those who don't know that. And I don't know where you are in your life. I hope you found a real sense of joy and peace and contentment. I have on many levels. There are others that I still have to work on. But one thing is for sure. I know where the only source of ultimate peace and happiness and contentment comes from. And that's from a living, vital relationship with God. Anything else is going to disappoint you. It's just a matter of when and where and how. And this is a promise that God gives to you and to me if we'll just take it. So I hope you'll think about this. Hope you have a really great day. I don't know what your schedule is for tomorrow and after that, but I hope it includes finding time to listen to the Lord. Thanks for listening. If you have any needs or prayer concerns that we can help with, please call us. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. Take care of yourself now. Be safe. And I'll talk to you again.